have a super powerful gift right now that is yours that you probably don't even know you have, or at least you're not focused on it right now. We're going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about it, but Happy Beans is right there looking at me. Hi, I'm Lenny Wennerstrom. Happy Beans is my puppy. Come on, Happy Beans. I'm Lenny Wennerstrom, and every single day I read you a passage from this book, Dr. Chad Helmstedter's 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. Why do I do that? Because I'm here to help you to find your purpose. When you have your purpose, you have meaning in your life, you have direction. You may not know exactly where you're going, but you're driving the boat. You have that rudder, you're pointing, you're steering in the direction you want to go. Happy Beans, Ben. She's over here, right here. We have both Feather. Hello, Flying. This is Flying Feather. Look, Flying Feather. Whee! And then we have Happy Beans. Come on, Happy Beans. Feather stays with me all the time. She's very attached to me. Happy Beans is attached to me as well, but she is very independent. Come on, Ben, Ben, Ben. Come on, Ben. I'm going to pick up Happy Beans, and then we're going to get on to the good stuff. Here's Happy Beans. Doo, doo, doo. Whee! Someday I'll tell you the story of the Happy Beans. So these passages are really powerful because they're very specific directions, instructions to the brain. The brain is a computer, and we're going to talk about this gift that you have, a very powerful gift, and this gift has so much to do with your brain and the power of your brain. So let's read the passage today. First of all, today is day 260 of the year. It is September 16th. It is the actual day, September 16th. I had to catch up on the videos. I do every single day. Sometimes I'm a little bit delayed going on, depending on what is happening with in my life, and right now that has to do with the health of my husband, Steve, who is still in the hospital. And there's all kinds of stuff happening with him that I thought we were kind of on the other side, and I'm not so sure about that now. But it's a challenge. It's a very big challenge. And I noticed probably about a month ago, because this has been ongoing, but I noticed a month ago that I had like this little line right here, and then today I have another one, like bags. It's like, I've never had bags before. It's like, oh, now that's a challenge. What am I going to do about that? So I'm really working on my health so that I can stay healthy. I've been working on that because you too can excel in times of change, just as I am doing. I'm showing you how to flow through challenges in life. Okay, so September 16th, day 260, 106 days left in 2024, and we are 71.0404% complete with this year. So here is your passage. Very, very powerful, because this is going to tell you the gift that you have right now that you may not even be focused on. And here it is. Today and every day, I choose to use the gift, your gift, of choice. That might seem trivial, but let's just keep reading here. Each day I choose how I will spend my time, what I will think, and even what my attitude will be. I know that life is a series of choices, and I choose to make my life work right. I choose to choose. Your choices are everything. In Chad Helmstedter's book, it's called Choices. Very powerful. This guy has just nailed the things that, in the human evolution and us trying to make things work. We all have the same things that happen to us, problems, challenges. We all encounter different ways that they happen, but it's with people, it's with resources, whether it be financial or in any other types of resources. We all have that. We have our health. We all have the same things because we are in the human experience. So a lot of the same areas. It's how our relationships, all of those things. It's what we choose to do when we come upon a challenge. And choice. This is why choice. When I saw the passage for today, and I was reading the ones because I was, a little behind with delayed, just in getting them. I'm choosing my words because words are powerful. But this was so. I saw it, and that is the one thing in his book, Choice. He talks about what is free will. Is free will really free will? What is it? What is free will? And it was really an interesting thought and question and concept, and all of it rolled into one. And he posited that it is that could it be that it is a culmination of our programs, that is, and we make our choices. Is it really free will, or is it a culmination of all of our programs that are running? And I'm like all for it is a culmination. It is all of our programs running, because our programs tell us what our beliefs are, and our beliefs create our attitudes, and our attitudes create our feelings, and then our feelings create our actions, and our actions create our results. I talk about this little this chain of events, because that's how it works. And so he just, Dr. Shad just really, this human behavioral things, he just really got it. His books, he's been writing, I think his first book was What You Say When You Talk to Yourself. That was, I know that was his first book. I think it was published in, I don't know, 82, 3, 4, something like that. But he's been doing this for a really long time. And there are a lot of people, neuroscientists and people who really work at the brain and human development and all of that. And he has his PhD from his own studies, but mostly he's been a coach. He studied people, and then and he really started questioning, and then he started studying, and he started researching. And so he found that even goal setting and things of that nature were created, in these self-help books that they didn't help us to set goals. We wouldn't achieve. Why? So he broke it down. In the other videos that I did, we had feather. This one we have happy beans. So, but he broke it down and to show us that the programs that we have, that the things that we do, they're all our programs, and when we overcome, and because neuroplasticity, our brains are plastic, they're malleable, and neuroplasticity, basically, in a nutshell, is the brain's ability to rewire itself until the last breath we take. So he just really had all of his coaching clients and all of his studies and researching and everything, and he started working towards that. And when his book, What You Say When You Talk to Yourself, and that book is still, you can still get that book. It's in print, and it's still going strong. His goal was to make it last over 10. Oh, I was talking about the before I got distracted with Happy Beans with her head in the in the camera, but I was talking about the what you say when you talk to yourself, and his book, and setting goals, and how he came up with these things that these other self-talk authors, which they have great information, a lot of them have great information, but there's a couple of things are because somebody said it, then the others took off on it and wrote books about it, and did it in a different way or something else, and that's really however you perceive it. But the biggest thing is the programs, because there are books on organizing yourself, organizing your home, taking control of your finances, taking control of your life, winning at relationships, building your self-esteem, like all of these things, losing weight, stopping smoking, stopping negative habits that don't serve you. And they are good books. They are good books, getting healthy, how to, different diets, and all of this stuff. Here's why the self-help in a walnut. I was going to say in a nutshell. I was going to say in a walnut, but I meant to say in a nutshell. Anyway, it doesn't matter. In a nutshell, what it is the reason why it's such a humongous industry, and we all continue to buy more and more books on, that diet didn't work, or I tried this, and I started to get healthy, or, that had really good information, but I just couldn't stick with it. It was really good, and you tell other people, you should get that book, it's so good. But then why aren't you doing what it said to do? Like, why didn't you find success with it? And the nutshell is your programs, and then your choices, because your programs they're hardwired in, and you can change those programs, those mental programs. You can change them. You can replace them with programs that serve you. When you know that, this is when it's so empowering. It's like, wow, this is an amazing tool. I get to change my programs. I get to start believing in myself. I get to start saying I'm worthy, and I get to start believing that I am supposed to be here. A lot of people, I shared the story of me on multiple occasions trying to commit suicide, trying to off myself. My self-esteem was like down, down, down. I did not like myself. I hated myself. And talk about separation on the spiritual journey, right? I mean, I am not separate from the whole. You are not separate from the whole. We are just individual expressions of the one energy source, God, creator, whatever, the quantum, whatever you want to call it, the field. We are individual expressions of that. It's just a matter of degree. And like the drops in the ocean, right? And then I always use that analogy because it's so good. It's so easy the little drops, they're having fun. They're individual expressions of the ocean with all the constituents. They have it all. They might not know they have it all, but they have it all. They have all the constituents. If they had a brain, they might say, oh, I'm not soft enough, or I'm not formed well enough, or I'm not, who knows what drops would say if they had they definitely have intelligence because they're the ocean. But they, they're not talking like that, but we are. It's what we say when we talk to ourselves. Those are the programs. They drop back in, they're the ocean, right? So we go back, when we leave these vessels that we have chosen, we go back to the one and we become that. This is an experience, and why not live it fully? So when we talk to ourselves, the programs, these books that are trying to help us, and these authors, so many of them have so many good things, if they're not doing a take on another one, it's just our programs. That's why we don't get it. We can go to these conventions and go, rah, rah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the way my relationship with my husband or my wife or my family, or I'm going to make more money. I go to, something where you're making more money, or you're going to start selling something and you're all excited. You go and, you want to sell some kind of, supplement or something that is good for everyone, or whatever it is. It'll work for the world, but only certain people are going to use it. And then you go and you go home, and all of a sudden you're just like kind of scared to make a call or knock on the neighbor's door or any of that. It's your programs. It's just your programs. You can find success in selling. You can find success in every single area of your life. It doesn't matter what it is. And your choices, and so I go back to that. Your choices are just, your programs are what, if you make the right choices, you consistently decide to make choices. I would start with a choice of starting to listen to self-talk, the self-talk that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created for us, because it is a language, and it will rewire our brain so that the choices that we make, they are beneficial. They are helping us. They're not coming from lack. They're not coming from disempowerment. They are coming, and so they are coming from a place of strength and knowing that we can do things, that we are able to do things. So this whole thing of, when I read this, now we're gonna spin it around, because you know how we love to do this. And what I was talking about, his book Choices, and the willpower. The will, the ability to do whatever it is that we want, right? Not willpower. What am I trying to say? But that free will. So having free will, and it being a culmination of our programs, we get to change those programs. So then our choices become very different. They come from an empowered place rather than a disempowered place. Because a lot of times we might make a choice that says, if I could make that call, and I could make my 5 calls. Think about, okay, I was in commercial real estate. I'm still in commercial real estate, but I'm not dialing for dollars, and it wasn't residential, it was commercial. So I would go and try to move tenants from one building into one of our buildings, or I try to move them from another building to another building. And to fill our buildings, the high rise, we worked for many owners like Chase Manhattan, and Union Carbide and just a bunch of different owners. I don't even think Union Carbide's around anymore, but Money, Mutual New York, but we would lease their buildings, and what I would have to do is I would have however many cold calls, like just calling these businesses, and try to get to the right person, the decision maker, and they always have a gatekeeper, and it can be if your programs are, oh, rejection, oh, it hurts or whatever. No, don't say no, don't hang up on me, don't, all those things. You're not going to get very far. You're really not. Or knocking on doors. I mean, I did all of that. Did I like it? No, I did not at all. But I did it, and I did it very well. But that was determination. That's something as a life coach that I teach people, these concepts of how they can move their lives forward. But it was sheer determination to succeed at what I did, and I did. So, but was it a good experience? Did I feel good? Did I enjoy that time of my life when I was doing those things? No. I enjoyed that time of my life, but not doing those things. So it really is your free will, your choices, the things you do to succeed. Do you have free will, or do you have programs running that tell you, what to think and how you're going to feel and your beliefs? If you could change those, and you could change them to where, like, there's even in the self-talk that Dr. Shad, the language that he created that you can download in the description. I always have my link for 30 days free in the description. So you can download that tonight and start listening to that 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. And you can have up to 6 peeparoos on there with you, your family. You can have friends, whatever. You can have 6 people on your account. And you can start doing that self-talk and really starting to change those programs from being in lack and coming from a place of disempowerment. Think about making choices that, like, maybe you really wanted to go on a date with a guy, and you just thought, you thought, maybe I'm going to cancel, or a girl, right? And all of a sudden you had all this self-doubt and everything about yourself. Programs, first of all, these are programs that are running in your brain, the self-doubt, because you're unlimited. And if you had all the self-esteem in the world for you, you would just go, and you'd go, ask her out, get her number. You would go up to the guy and say, man, you're a hottie, or whatever, whatever it is in the relationship, anything that's stopping you from doing something. You go knock on those doors like I did, just because I had sheer determination, and have people try and chase you out of the buildings. And have the security guard and stuff, playing hide and go seek from the security guard on the different floors. But that all of this is your programs that are running. And so we go back to let me just finish that. But if you, like the date, or like maybe not going to a concert, saying you're going to go and then you don't go, because you think that the guy might really not like you, or the girl that you're just too afraid, and so you cancel. All of a sudden you're sick or something, or you don't, that's stopping you, that's holding you back from success in what you really want. So these are all, I know I'm kind of going all over, but I'm trying to paint a picture of how powerful your brain is, and the neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire your brain with the programs that you want so that you can find success. And I'm bringing in a lot of different elements here in what I'm speaking about, because I want you to see, we're talking about choices today. For today, September 16th, we're talking about your gift of choice. You have the choice to do the things that best serve you, even if they're no fun, like making a phone call to make more money, and somebody might say no, and you feel rejection. But what if they pick up the phone and say, man, I was just thinking about that, and I know my lease is coming up, or that I've just been thinking about moving because my kids, if it's a home or something, or whatever it is you're selling, or I was just thinking about my health and the supplements. It's like I don't know what the supplements I need are. You never know until you do it. And so, but the programs will hold us back. But the choice to move ourselves forward, it's if you choose to choose what works for you, it's so powerful. And when you change your program so that you are finding success, you are understanding how powerful you are, and you're coming from a place of empowerment, your choices are going to be primo. Almost every single one of your choices even if they're painful. Like, even if you know what's fair and what's right, and say you owe money and you have something coming up to someone. This is something that I had to face many, many years ago, and I still remember it. Somebody had loaned, my brother had loaned me some money to pay my rent, and I had something else. I was working 3 jobs. I was in at the university, UNM, and I had my daughter, was a single parent, and I had a choice of paying my rent again with the money that I had, or paying my brother back, and it was like, and I knew that like the right thing to do was to pay my brother back because I said I would, and so what was the choice? The choice was to pay my brother back. And he asked me the question. He said, are you sure, do you have the money right now? Because I can wait a while longer. And I was like, yes, I don't have the money right now. And I got to pay my rent. And I got to pay him later. So it all worked out, but it was the right choice. Even if they're not fun, they're right, and you know it. You know what's right, the choice. And you know that based on your programs, because even that was a program for me, that was integrity, right? That was important to me. Our family, we grew up with that responsibility and integrity, and that. So that's a program. I love that program. I still have that program, and I water and nourish and feed that program. It's important to me. That's something that I love, that program, and we get to choose our programs. It's beautiful. So you can, this choice, this whole thing of making choices, you can up-level those choices by up-leveling what you say when you talk to yourself, by up-leveling your self-talk, right? That is your self-talk, and up-leveling your programs. And you can do that by listening to that self-talk, to the language of self-talk, and learning it. And how do you learn it? You play it passively in the background while you're doing something else entirely, driving, making breakfast, getting ready, putting on your makeup, shaving, whatever it is you are doing, making your bed, straightening up, cleaning the house, making dinner, just whatever you're doing in your day-to-day, you can listen. You don't want it loud enough. You don't want to be focused on it. You don't want to be hearing the words. You want it to just be talking to your brain and going and recording in your brain, because that's what your brain does. It's powerful. Then if you keep doing it, that's called repetition. Doing it. I can keep on going, but you keep doing it and it goes in, and then what comes out is you start thinking those things. You start the programs, the choices are higher and better that you make. Your self-esteem is higher, your can-do, your knowing that anything is possible, that you are unlimited, all of that starts to shift. It's really powerful. It's amazing. And I'm so excited that I have to take a drink of my my kombucha, because I'm thirsty and I'm getting very excited. So this is the power of choice. This is the power of your self-talk. Feather looked at me. What you talking about, Mommy? What you talking about, Willis? So I'm going to read this again, and I hope that you got this today. Today and every day, I choose to use the gift of choice. Each day, I choose how I will spend my time, what I will think. You choose what you will think. You are in charge. You are in control of what you think. How are you in? It's when you are aware, when you are conscious of your thoughts, like you are aware, you're monitoring your self-talk, your thoughts. You have the ability, and this is where you know, I'm going to change that thought. I'm going to reframe that from negative to positive. I'm going to listen to self-talk, and I'm going to rewire my brain with the thoughts with these programs that are going to help me to have better thoughts. It's going to be easier. Yes, it will be easier. You're going to rewire your brain. And okay, that kept going. Somebody called me. So he didn't knock me off. A lot of times, that's my hubby. A lot of times it knocks me off. So anyway, because I'm waiting for hopefully a doctor or somebody that I can talk to. So this whole thing of choice, this whole thing of your programs, you are in control of your thoughts. And when you up-level your thoughts by changing your self-talk, by listening to the positive self-talk language that Dr. Shad created for all of us, it's going to be a much better life. You create your own reality. This is where you can see it scientifically. You know, I can tell you all day long, you change your own reality, you create your own reality. I used to, when people would tell me that spiritually, it was like, okay, how do I mean, this is real. This is where I'm at. I'm a single parent. I've got, you know, I'm working 3 jobs, and my car is broken down again. This is my reality. How do I change my reality? It was like, yeah, right. I changed my reality. This is reality. Have you lived my life? Those are some of the things that I would say, which I know others say kind of like that as well. Because it's all the same issues with us humans and the human condition. I mean, the relationships, the resources, you know, the finances, the health, all of that. You know, those are the things that we all experience. It's just the experience is unique and individual to us. And so those choices is what I was saying in the beginning, like our choices. What are the choices that gift that we have? It's such a humongous gift, the gift of choice. And so when we choose to change our reality, so scientifically proven is neuroscience. The scientists, the researchers have told us that we can change our programs because our brain is malleable. It's plastic. It's neuroplasticity. And we can rewire our brain, and that has been proven over and over and over again, that people can rewire the brain. People with strokes, that's where it started. Then people in sports, you know, football players and, you know, the professional sports. And they, he called me again, so. But they can rewire their brains. So I need to finish this up because they'll probably call me another 5 times. So the point is, you can rewire your brain, you can change your programs, and that's going to up-level your choices. You'll make better choices for yourself. You'll choose to go knock on a door to make more money, or you'll choose to make a call, or you'll choose to go on the date. You'll choose to lose the weight or release the weight, however you want to look at it. Or you'll choose to start getting healthier. You'll choose to pay back what you owed. Timely. You'll choose to start get a skill set that supports what it is you want to do. You'll choose to find your purpose. You know, we always start with the purpose, right? Because I'm here to help you find your purpose. You'll choose to start your purpose. You'll set a goal, to find your purpose, and you'll set a goal to find your purpose if you haven't already. And then everything will flow much more smoothly. Your whole life, when you have purpose and meaning in your life, and everything is kind of around that, and I mean, because some things are going to be off, like my hubby being sick. Like, is that part of my purpose? Sure. You know, I mean, in the sense that I chose it all, and spiritually, we can talk about that. But is that what I have said? I choose for my hubby to be sick for 10,000 years. So it feels that way sometimes. It's gone on for a really long time, and he's made some really poor choices, like trying to get out of bed and then wrecking his knee. So now he can't do his physical therapy because his knee is swollen. So because he didn't have the ability to walk. So, but he wants to get out of bed. His body's wanting him to get out of bed. So did he make a good choice? Well, spiritually, there's no wrong or right. Like, that's part of his journey. But if he wanted to get healthier more quickly, did he make a good choice? And we could all sit there and judge, but I would say on planet Earth, probably not. And so it's just, it really is up-leveling those choices when you rewire your brain to the programs that you want, that will help you to find success in your life. So then when we read this passage and think about, like, there are no limits to what you can do. You are unlimited. That gift of choice that you have, the gift to choose to change your programs, to use that computer that you have been gifted, that you have gifted yourself, from the way I see it, but that on planet Earth, each of us is gifted with a brain, and to use it fully and consciously, and be aware of it, and choose our thoughts. And we were talking about, I didn't finish because I was on choosing the thoughts, and there I went off. But truly, it's like choosing what to think, This is how you choose what to think. So let me finish, because I'll start over and then continue through there. But today and every day, I choose to use the gift of choice. Each day I choose how I will spend my time, what I will think, and even what my attitude will be. And this part, the attitude, because you get to say, I'm going to have a good day today. And you get to decide it's going to be a good day today. You could do that right now. You could do, I'm going to have a good night. Tomorrow, like if it's evening for you as it is here, you could say tonight, I'm going to wake up, and you could program your brain. You could tell your brain, this is what we're going to have a good day tomorrow. Like, I am going to have a good day tomorrow. I'm going to wake up with a smile. And by gosharoos, if you mean it intentionally, and then you wake up and you think, and maybe even write it down, then you look at it and say, I'm gonna wake up with a smile. I'm gonna have a good day today. It's like, oh, that's right. I'm gonna have a good day. And then what happens? Immediate shift in the chemicals in your brain and your body, and it's just like, it just, you are directing it. And this is how you change your reality. All of this is how you change your reality. You can change your programs. You can change your reality by changing your programs. On planet Earth, there are other ways and beliefs and other things which I teach spiritually, but this for planet Earth, I don't think there's anything more powerful. I really don't. I have never come across anything more powerful. So here, because I think you can't hear me because of all the traffic, but I've got this little microphone that my friend Chrissy said, you got to get this. And she's right. It works really, really well when I remember it. So, and now I know that life is a series of choices, and I choose to make my life work right. I choose to choose. You choose to choose. Choose. You choose to choose. You are a winner. That's why. Because you are a winner when you choose to choose. Choose to find your purpose. Choose to live life fully. Choose. Choose life. Choose happiness. Choose that. And then start creating it. Start creating it by changing your programs. You have a gift of that brain. Choose. Choose to find your purpose. Choose to well, I'll just tell you this. I believe in you. You can do absolutely anything. I know you can do it. I know you can find your purpose. I know you can choose. You can up-level your choosing, your choices. You can do all that. You are unlimited. So I hope that you get that. I hope you get the self-talk program. It's in the description. It always is in every single one of my videos. And you can get that 30 days free. Start listening to that. Start listening. Choose to listen to that. Choose. Up-level your choices. I love you so very, very mucho. Yes, I believe in you. You can do this. You can choose to change. You can choose to change your reality. You can be, have, create, do. I don't know the others. Change your choices. All those things that I say, you can do it all. You absolutely can. Yes. Yes, you can. As always, we'll see you tomorrow for the 17th. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. See you. Clunk. Sorry, I'm outside. I'm in my daughter's house. Shining my light to brighten yours. See all the lights? And thank you for shining your light to brighten mine. And I hope that you share this video. If it's helped you, please share it. I would really appreciate that. I would love for you to subscribe. I'd love for you to share the video. I know I already did my little sign off, but I really would. I would love for you to do that. If you'd love to hire me as your coach, I'd love to be your coach. It would be an honor and a pleasure. All you have to do is email me with with winner in the name, in the subject, or in the wherever. Just email me with the word winner, and I'll get back with you. I love you so very, very much. You are amazing, and you are unlimited, and you can have you can do anything. You are unlimited. You really are. So I'm going back to my little sign off, but I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to tell you I love you, and have a beautiful night. Ciao.